Hello and welcome to another video. So as we all know, keeping our knives sharp is an absolute must. You always have to keep your hunting tool, your survival knife, your weapon or whatever you want to call it, nice and sharp. I've recently sharpened this. I'll give you a demonstration on one of my fire logs. So here's one of my fire logs that I keep stored, as you know. You can see that's very sharp and quite easy to just cut through. Just cut through stuff. I recently spent quite a long time sharpening it. If you just look at the blade, and a way to test if a blade is as sharp as it's been is as sharp as it should be, is to just gently let it fall onto your nail, and if it manages to hold itself on your nail for a certain length of time, for a short time I should say, then it's sharp enough and the blade is sharp. If it just falls straight off and doesn't do anything, doesn't cause any damage to your nail, then that's when you need to sharpen it. And I've got my sharpener here that I've recently brought. So I got a brand new one because I did have a pole sharpener to go like that, but I needed to get a new one really because it just wasn't up for the job really. So I've got a brand new one. It's a lot easier, but a lot of people prefer the pole one, and I've got this one just here. Put that down. So you've got the main sharpening stone just there, and then you've got a fine edge wire sort of mesh thing just there to neaten up the blade. So if I'm sharpening the blade, all I've got to do is I've got to get hold of it obviously, and I can just run the blade straight through the sharpener. You can see all the file. You can probably see the filing coming off of the blade now. I'll come around the other side so I can definitely make sure you guys can see it. Bring this down. Put the blade in there and pull it through. And then now that the blade's sharp again, I can then just gently rub that through the second one. And what that will do is that will just make sure the blade hasn't got any dodgy edges on it or any indents. So for an example, I think I've got a little indent. If it'll focus just about there, hasn't focused. But yeah, that will sort that out with a few strikes there. We've been just rubbing that through there. So my knife actually went pretty darn blunt, but now that is actually razor sharp. Now it's taken me ages to get it to the point of where I like it how it is. As you can see, that's really actually quite rough. So I just rub that through there a few times, and what that does is that just smooths off the blade and makes sure there's no extra pieces of metal attached to the blade. Bring that up again. There we go. So I brought this from my local. Let's bring it up a bit more. There we go. I brought this from my local supermarket for £7 the other day. I love this. This is definitely going into my shelter back there that I've got. Oh, and I've just dropped the knife. That was a really clever thing to do. I might buy another one just to chuck in my bug out bag. But I do like this one. It is a bit bigger than some field sharpeners and some other stuff that you can get online. But I've decided to take out the weight, the space for this one for a better piece of equipment. Just because I like this one better than other ones. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next one.